Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy almost New Year. Here we are together. I'm so excited that I can come on the last day of 2025 and connect with so many of you. Hello in the chat, everybody. So, first of all, I wanted to just welcome all of you into this live stream. And if you do not know me, my name is Carey. I am a psychic medium and a spiritual mentor. Good morning. Good morning. Good to see you. I'm so excited to be here with all of you on YouTube. A quick note and a reflection of the last year. I really felt the pull to completely, dedicate putting in time to really creating this community on YouTube. And I had so much to learn about what is entailed with getting a channel started and many things. And I knew I wanted to do it well. And I absolutely along the way fell head over heels in love with the platform of YouTube because of being able to, first of all, connect with more of you without as many obstructions, I believe, that many of the other platforms offer, because of the way they set up their systems and how much there's a barrier between the creator, or in my case the reader, the teacher, and in the public. There's just so much infiltration that goes on all these other platforms. And so for me, energy is everything. So being able to connect with all of you directly and not feeling obstructed is very important. And so this year has brought me a lot of challenges, learning how to get a channel up and running and learning how to be able to, create and channel videos and readings that really resonate, I think, first of all, coming through me, but for all of you. So I'm delighted to be here today. And I'm kind of figuring out, where the channel is going to grow to. And one of the things I've always been a big believer in is, yes, I'm a spiritual teacher and I help people develop their intuitive and psychic abilities, their mediumship abilities. And then some people do this just for personal growth, development, healing. And then a lot of people want to do it more professionally. And I do both of those things. I also like creating community and being able to have people come together in a place where they can really evolve after, on their path spiritually, especially if you think about all the things that many people are going through their awakening journey right now. And it really sort of getting ignited, I think, a lot after 2020, especially. So there's been a big uptick, but having spaces where you can go and feel comfortable and safe to ask questions about a topic that's very mundane, like how can I integrate meditation into my daily life, to something as far as I'm talking to extraterrestrials, and all the things in between. Tell me about the different dimensions. What does it mean to manifest? What is shadow work? How do I talk to my spirit guides? There's just a million topics that come up in those conversations. And so this space is really meant for those conversations. And also for you to be able to hopefully be able to increase your connection to your spirituality, your guides, your psychic abilities. That's my intention and at its core. So I'm so excited you're here. So what I want to say today, what we're going to be doing is there's an opportunity here. If you're one of my subscribers, you absolutely will get a free Oracle card pull with just a quick tap into your energy. These aren't really question driven. And so it's mainly meant to just be a gift to all of you and a thank you for you to be able to, again, starting off and ending year 2025, which has been a challenging year for many people, and also starting 2026. So a lot of exciting things going on. Now, if you wanted something a little bit more in depth, I have put this at the top of the chat here. And I'm not yet at the point. Some people say, well, do you have super chat? I'm not at the point where I have enough. There's certain things with YouTube you have to have in order to be able to use super chat feature. And I'm not yet at that point, which is totally fine. I'll get there. I'm nearing almost halfway there. And so that will be an option if you want to, do the super chat. But for now, if you did want to receive a reading and you would want to ask a question about a topic in your life, what you can do is I've put these different options for payment that are in both. They're in the chat, and this is the second part of it. Actually, I should probably shorten it a little bit. But you can absolutely go to one of these two that you're seeing here below, but let me know, because I don't always see it pop up on my screen. So if you did want to get a reading, now's a great time to do it. But if you're on a budget and you're just like, I just would like an oracle card pull, well, that's great. All you need to do is just to become a subscriber and, pardon me, become a subscriber, and then go ahead and also, we already got April sent in. Okay, April, this is for you, my love. I saw that. I just was like, I need to upload my thing. Okay, honey, that's great. So we've got April in there. So there's two types of readings I'm offering today. These are mini readings, but they're very packed with a big punch. I'm doing a mini Akashic Records reading, which is what April got. And then also I'm doing a mini tarot reading, psychic reading. So if you have a question about a part of your life you would like to know, and you can ask the question also in the Akashic Records, but the Akashic Records is going to give you really a deeper spiritual view of your situation. So if you decide to do that, all the links are here on the site. So let me know. But if you're just like, I just want to check it out, and I just want to have a reading that is, pardon me, more for just a direct question, then feel free to go here. Or you can also just get a oracle card pull. I have a lot of oracle decks, and I love doing these readings. If you'll notice, that's my introduction. I always do that for my subscribers anyway, as a thank you. And we're going to get started. Okay, April, did you have any, like, a question you want to ask into the Akashic Records? First of all, I should ask, or do you just want to see what's going on? It's really up to you. Do you want some insight, clarity into any specific situation? And otherwise, you guys just hang out, get comfortable. I'm excited that you're here. Having my tea. And what does everybody have plans for any plans for New Year's? I like to stay home, really. My husband and I stay home. We eat fondue, watch the ball drop, just chill, watch movies. And both of our children who are in their 20s they both have wonderful partners, and they're all going to go out together here in town. I'm so excited. Yes, Ray. So Ray, this is how we can receive this. If you want to get where there's a question, Ray, when you're going to be asked a question, that's when you would want to get one of the readings. If we're doing an oracle card pull for you, that's when I just see what I'm getting. So that's not so much a question, if that makes sense, between the two. So April purchased one of these readings here. You can see it in the chat for the Akashic Records. And then if you want to wait and we can do an oracle card pull, I don't so much do questions then. If that makes sense. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started. April, did you have a specific, like, a topic you want me to focus on for your reading? Let me know. Okay, so see what's going on. Okay, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to tap into your Akashic Records, and we'll get started, okay? Okay, this is very interesting. I'll see what do you need to know? So here's what I'm getting for you. Your higher self came forward in your Akashic Records. And what it looks like to me is that your higher self is wanting you to spend more time in connection and meditation together between your human self and your higher self. And the reason that your higher self is saying that is because you do not always align on a regular basis with your spirituality, your spiritual team, and your spiritual knowing. And a lot of the things that you're looking for, this is what they're mentioning, is that you're looking for this guidance, this wisdom, and also to feel a sense of clarity, both for yourself and also as you're learning to do readings. And that's a big thing. That's like a priority I'm seeing. So there's like what your higher self is saying, there's like a dash to have you move in on, this timeline that you want for yourself for moving forward, especially this year. And your higher self is saying the way to do this is by being more in connection with, in meditation with that aspect of yourself. And so doing things such as meditations and when you're sitting in the power, right, calling upon your higher self. You can also channel your higher self when you go into the Akashic records, and you can ask your higher self questions. Second time you've been told this. Okay, amazing. Well, that's good confirmation for you. So I just want to point out that when we spend time with this part of ourselves, you know, our higher nature, our higher self, we are able to break through things, especially if you're working in the Akashic records. You're able to break through obstructions and obstacles which you had never thought that you had before. And it does help you register on a deeper level, just a sense of clarity, divinity, but it also helps with things. I'm going to tell you something to do with wellness, I'll put it that way, manifesting, obstructions that you just thought you could not necessarily move through. That's really what I'm getting. And they're saying also it's like a transistor radio, which helps you open up that crown chakra and then has energy coming down into your physical body. It's quite extraordinary, I would say that. So that's a really big thing that I'm getting for you that's coming through initially. Okay. So that's the first thing. Let me see what else we're getting before we move on. So they're also saying they want you to empty your vessel, because they're saying that there's a lot of organized thoughts around your crown chakra. And so when you have organized thoughts, you identify with these thoughts and feel that it's your truth and that it's you. And actually it separates you from your wisdom. Hey, Fern. And it separates you from your inner wisdom and moves you into like a place that's not as in much alignment as you would like. That's really what I'm noticing here. So I feel like it's a really great commitment to make that time, to spend time with your higher self. Oh, Fernando, hello. It's good to see you. We are going to be doing Oracle card pulls. So stay tuned, hang out. So I just want to say that inner knowing, that transistor radio, that opening of your inner ear, it's really going to help tremendously as you're traveling down your journey this year. Okay, they want me to pull you one card, so I'm going to do that. So if you guys are wondering what kind of reading this is, I'm offering a few different readings today. I'll let you guys know. What I'm currently doing is actually a mini Akashic Records reading, if you're interested in that. And then also for my subscribers, you get an absolutely free Oracle card pull with a message. It's not so much driven by a question, but by a message. That's free and available for my subscribers. Or if you have a topic you want looked at, more of a psychic tarot question, certainly you can do that too. And all of the payment information is in the top if you're interested. Otherwise, we're just going to be doing free ones. Now, let's get oh, I love this. This is all the tea. Let me show you this card. This is incredible. Look at what we just pulled up. This is the card of separation. Okay, we just talked about how your higher self is saying that you're not connecting enough with the higher realms or your higher self. There's a separation. And here we have a separation. So we want that dialogue, not just coming through on an intellectual level of chatter, but an energetic level, because when you're more connected, you are inclined for clarity, health, and a lot more wisdom. So that's really a fantastic read for you. Love that. All right, girl. Thank you so much for getting this reading with me. I appreciate you. So we're going to move on now, guys. I just want to make sure. So April had sent in for an Akashic Records readings. So an Akashic Records reading is 38. Hi. Yes. So here's what we're getting. I'll tell you guys really quick. I'm so happy to see you guys flocking in. And here we are on the last day of the year. I'm so excited we're here. So we're going to be going through the list and going and doing readings. So here's what we're doing. We just had April do a purchased reading. So she got more of an in-depth, like an Akashic Records readings. Okay, guys. And those today, those are 38 US, so a little more. If you want a psychic reading like tarot, those are 28. Now, all the information is found at the top of this chat. You can find it. But if you would, what I'm doing absolutely free for my subscribers is picking an oracle card deck for you and then giving you a psychic message from your guides and your higher self, which is wonderful. So it just depends on where you're at. Some people don't want to, they're on a budget and they don't necessarily want to, invest in that, which is great. That's totally fine. Let me just get my mic set up a little. Hang on, guys. So some things to think about. Okay, Ray, I just want to make sure, are you still here? Because I was going to have you do it as well. Hey, oh my God, my mic just dropped. Literally, my mic dropped. Hang on a second. My husband just adjusted it. Give me a sec, guys. Technical minor. Good thing I'm a handy person. I can fix my own stuff. This is hilarious. Okay, so stick with me. So these are the things I want to mention. Whichever you do is totally fine, you guys. I'm fine. Like some people are on a budget and I respect that. But if you want a little bit more of my time, my attention, then you can check out the other offers. One sec. Let me get my mic. Let me get my technical difficulty all set. You guys get to see the real deal here. The real deal. Okay, here we go. Let me get nice and locked in. I know momento, please. That is so funny. I can't even believe that happened. That's hilarious. Kind of funny and kind of not at the same time. That's kind of funny. Hang on. It's upside down. Wait. It's 2025 going out with a bang. And then April, let me know if that resonated for you as well. If that message, I love the fact of, oh yeah, Ray, I got it. I got you, Ray. Okay, stick with me. So one thing I'm thinking about more that now, because I'm on YouTube and I have more international folks, I'm going to have to look at see what also is a little bit more, I want to say, for the international group. So hold tight on, guys. We'll figure something out. Hang on with me. Got to get this tight and locked and loaded. Hang on one sec. Okay. Here we go. We are working it through. Technical difficulties no more. That was hilarious. I always said that you got to roll with it. Okay, so let me go back to the chat. Thanks, guys. So here's what we're doing. We have a small crowd today. Oh, Ray, thank you so much. Yes, don't have the apps for payouts. Now, okay, can I have a quick bit of feedback for you since I'm working on this, Ray? What country do you live in, and what typically are the ones that you use where you live? Because I had someone from Australia the other day tell me what theirs was as well. So that's something to think about. It made a lot of sense. I'm glad, April. Thank you. So, but we can keep going on with these free questions too. I love doing those. So let me know. Okay, so let's start to pull you a card first, Ray, if I may. I want to just feel into what card they're wanting. Okay. I'm going to go into work your light for you, Ray, as we're getting started, and then you guys can give me feedback. And if you guys do want an oracle reading, please let me know. I'm happy to do it. And Fernando, thank you for being here as well from Brazil. I love it. Okay. Oh, you're in the, okay, good. Okay, so Ray, so PayPal, Cash App, Venmo, we don't use any of those. So maybe that's something we can think about. I'll probably end up putting a link of some kind, but you see if you can by the end, if you need more assistance, because all those are pretty easy to use. Those are very common ones that most people use. So let me know. All right, let's pull you a card, see what we're getting. And then also, I think I wanted to say, Sinister Days at Work. Oh, Marfel, are you still here too, my friend? And then Fernando, if you guys are here, let me know. I'll pull you guys cards as well, whatever you decide. Okay, this is for Ray. Okay, wow. Okay, first of all, the card that came up for you is Awakening. I'll show it to you. Energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. So this card also reminds me a lot in tarot of the Four of Swords, which is that as we're going through our opening up journey of awakening, we're becoming aware of a greater world than the one that is much more, has spirit much more connected to it, that there's a consciousness, an existence that is timeless, that lives all around us and within us, and we are a part of this ray. But it's also a good time to be able to not pressure yourself, is what I'm getting, and to spend time being gentle when it comes to alignment. Yes, Zell is another one too. I have Zell. I don't have it set up, but that's another good one. So this is the primary message for you, is this: align your life. What is not aligned or needs to change. So that's really what you're getting, is the awakening, and what is not aligned. Are you ready to change? This is a common theme for today, I think. I like that a lot. I hope that makes sense, Ray. Thank you so much again for being a loyal subscriber. I appreciate you. And we will continue. One of the things I'm going to be doing this week, everybody, as well. This week, I'm going to be doing some channeling, forecasting for 2026. I'm going to be doing messages for my collective here. And the way I'm going to do it is very similar to how I do it for my year ahead readings for my clients, which are available, by the way, if you're interested. And that's all on the link in my link tree, which is on my page. That itself is a 45-minute reading. So what I'm going to be doing is just looking at the energetics for 2026. What do we need to be aware of in different parts of our lives? What are some of the challenges that might arise, and so on. And also, I wanted to get a sense from you. I am very attracted to, thank you, Ray. Oh, Mangled Unicorn. Hello, my love. How are you? We are doing, for subscribers, we're doing free card pulls. And if you wanted to get more of a mini reading or a focus reading on a question, we are doing that as well. And all the information is in the top of the chat for payment. They are $28 for a psychic reading, $38 for an Akashic records. And so you just let me know which one you're interested in. And then please say hello in the chat. And also make sure you guys in the chat or on the video itself that you are giving a thumbs up to it and commenting, which I know you're doing, because that really helps my channel quite a bit. Helps me grow my channel. It means a lot to me. I'm just over 1,000 subscribers, which is the magic number on YouTube. And also now I'm working on my watch hours for people to watch my videos. Anyway, so going back to doing this reading, I'm going to do a reading for the collective for the whole year, but then I'm also going to do a year reading, I think, for each sign. A lot of readers on YouTube do signs, and those are the bulk of the readings I do, and I do enjoy them, but I don't have as many people watching them. So I'm almost wondering if I just need to keep at it and see how people feel, because it's very much something I'm drawn to. It's like channeling a message for each of the collective. It's something I enjoy. So you guys let me know what you think. I'll be starting to make videos around that. And if you guys do want to get a card reading today, just let me know. These are for my subscribers. Oracle card pulls. So one thing we can, know for sure is if you've been paying attention to any of the astrology for 2026, we do have some reprieve and some very interesting energy, which I'm feeling pretty optimistic about for myself, but also for a lot of my clients and students. Happy about that for the future. And also there's definitely something about, for me about, learning to, go now it's a new year in astrology. So in numerology rather. So that means it's a 1 year. So a lot of the energy is resetting. It's starting again. And it is, we're at this certain point in our history, I think, where so many of us, like I was saying, so many people are on their spiritual path and starting to grow and develop. And so things for all of us are also going to start moving too. So if you're trying to manifest something, if you are working on, you've been working really hard on a particular area, you will probably notice you're going to get more of a reprieve in that way, which is kind of a nice thing too. All right. I'm going to also check my chat on YouTube because normally I don't necessarily watch myself on a second device, but I think I just want to make sure I'm getting all of the comments that are here. So that's important. Okay. And if you guys do have any questions, please let me know. I have a lot of people too that have been sick in my family, myself included. I'm definitely getting over it, being a little bit under the weather, but starting to feel better now. So that's always nice. So I think, it's quiet this morning. I imagine a lot of people are out and doing everything. And I'm also just starting to go live regularly on YouTube. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a reading for this first week and what we can expect with the energetics. So if you're here hanging out and you did want to get a reading, or you wanted to get a free oracle card pull as a subscriber, please go ahead and comment. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. Oh, Amber, it's so good to see you. How have you been? How were your holidays? Yes, Fernando. I would love to. Okay, good. I know. I was hoping you guys. Okay, hang out, guys. Let me pull a card for Fernando. Okay, let me feel into this. Fernando, I'm feeling really drawn, even though this is Oracle, I'm feeling drawn to this tarot deck. So I'm going to layer it. This is kind of nice because I can work with, everybody. It's quiet in the chat, so I can kind of dive in a little deeper. Let's see. I'm going to use this from the Ink Witch Tarot deck. This is a beautiful deck. Absolutely wonderful. The illustrations in it are fantastic. By an artist named Eric Mail from the US. And so let's start with that. Okay, so Fernando, I just want you to think about your question and what you are wanting answered, and just meditate on that. And then I'm not gonna look at the question. I'm gonna go ahead and just go right in. Okay, wow. You have some powerful energy coming around you, Fernando. So let me pull one more. See what we're getting. And feel free if you guys, so I am offering, if you did want to do a paid reading and want more of a focus, a question. Hello, El Michelle. And go ahead and just drop it in there. Absolutely. Oh, thank you, Mangled Unicorn. I was waiting. Okay, so here's what I'm getting for you, Fernando. You're getting the High Priestess and the Witch, okay, in this deck, and the Inner Winter. For me, what this means for you, Fernando, is that it's during this season now where you live. Of course, we're in the opposite seasons to one another, but I would say now is really a time for you to continue working on trusting your heart space and the messages that you're getting on an intuitive level, and then how that guides you in your life. And it has a lot to do with self-reflection. And that for you is going to be a guiding light as you move into next year. That's really what I'm getting. So I don't know if you already have a practice where you either do some type of divination or something, but I feel like now is a time for you to continue that journey. And definitely that has a lot to do. That's validating you as well. Okay. All right. We'll go to Mangled Unicorn. Mangled Unicorn, can you let me know your first name, please? Yes. So here's what we're doing, guys. If you are one of my subscribers, you get a free Oracle card pull. It's not so much you ask a question. You just get it exactly what you just saw me giving to Fernando. If you want to be guaranteed more of an in-depth reading, it's a mini reading still. You can go right to the top of my page. Those readings are $28, and the payment is in these upper two part where you can see all the information if you're wanting more. Otherwise, definitely. So it's Jax. Okay, great. All right, fantastic. All right, let me dip in here. This is for Jax. And once I've read you, just let me know if it makes sense. So make sure you're a subscriber. Also, make sure you guys are giving a thumbs up in this chat. It really helps me when I am... Yes, you too, Fernando. We hope to see you again. Okay, this is for Jax. I'm going to use this Everyday Witch deck. Absolutely love it. So make sure, if you guys can put a thumbs up, comment in the chat. Also, just comment on the video in general. That really helps my page tremendously for subscribers. All right, let's now. Yay, thank you, Michelle. Okay, great. So this is, again, an Oracle card pull. So for all of my subscribers, you get a free Oracle card pull and a message. All right, we're going to do 2 because I'm feeling that way. Ooh, I love this for you, Jax. So you're getting 2 cards here. We're getting gratitude and thanks, and I just love this. Notice the butterflies. The butterflies for me are usually a symbol of loved ones in the spirit world, giving us messages and support. And then we also have prosperity and abundance, right? So here's what I'm really feeling for you. I feel like, Jax, this is your year to do 2 things. So I don't know if you do any practices, either I would say manifestation, or if you do any intention setting or spell work, depending on what your beliefs are, what you're interested in. But I'm really getting that the way for you to kind of move your energy forward this year in 2026 has a lot to do with you setting intentions, and also setting intentions for dissolving the things that are blocking you or have blocked you. And then also in that process, as it says, giving thanks for what you have and things that are working in your life. That's what feels really, really like an accurate read for you for this. I hope that makes sense. Thank you so much. Absolutely. You sure. Brooms out. Yes. So there you go. So you know what we mean here. I'm definitely getting spell work with you, but again, some people don't believe in that. So as far as the free Akashic Records readings, probably not for a little while. I'm right now, this is what I'm doing because the Akashic Records are a little bit longer for me, as you know. So for this time, I'm doing these, but that might come later. Right, I'm entering a new phase. I'm excited. I'm so excited. But Jaheen, if you want, by the way, please feel free to let me know if you want one. Okay, let me go for Michelle. Michelle, let's pull you a card, my friend. Let me see what I'm feeling for your energy. What do they want to give you today? I'm just looking at my decks and seeing which one's speaking to me. Okay, I'm getting this one. I'm going to do the astrology deck that I have. It's a beautiful one. So this, here, let me get back up in the chat. You're welcome. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you, the Divine I Am. You're such a wonderful supporter of my channel, and I really appreciate you. Thank you for always commenting on all my videos and being so supportive. That means the world to me, and it doesn't go unnoticed. Yes. So the mini reading is $28. Oh, thank you, Mangled Unicorn. You're the sweetest. Jax is like thank you. I need the support. Thank you. All right. This is for Michelle. Let's see. What does Michelle need to hear, please? Spirit, please, and thank you. What does Michelle need to hear? And then feel free. These are absolutely free Oracle card pulls. And you just set your intention. What's your question? But we're not so much, you're not giving me a question. If you want a little bit more meat on the bone and a reading, then they're $28. It's thank you, the Divine I Am. I just love you. You're such a thank you. Such a kind person. All right. This is for Michelle. Let's see what we got. All right. So right away, we're getting the Maya. Hang on one sec, sweetie. Here we go. Taurus. This is the energy of Taurus, okay, that I'm getting for you. I'll show you this card in a minute, Michelle. Trust, patience, and sensuality. So that is the card that's coming up for you, is the Taurus energy. Taurus energy is also an energy that's very stabilizing and grounded. It's an earth sign, but it's also from Venus. So that's going to have a lot to do with you really taking good care of your physical reality, but also the place where your space. And then also just slowing down a little. Let's pull the second card, compromise. So see if there's a place somewhere in your life right now where you may need to trust and let go and make some compromises without having to give up what's most important to you. I love that for you. Thanks you guys again too for being here. Okay, let me just go through the chat. And okay, got Michelle. Thank you. Yes, these are Oracle. These are free oracle. You're welcome, Michelle. Amaya, can I choose it? You can choose whichever you want. Do you remember? There's so many. So we have all the ancient stones. We have the goddesses. We have the all of the ones from Rebecca Campbell. We have the sacred forest. People can choose. I should do that too. I'm going to probably have to stop doing that because once it grows, it's going to probably be a thing where it'll take too long to show everybody. Okay, babe, I feel like I'm getting which one for you. It's one of these Rebecca Campbell, but let me see. Oh, these bugs just love us in here. Okay, hang on. Let me feel. I'm getting one of these. I'm going to get the star seed one for you, which is a really pretty one. Hang on. Just the moment. The star seed. And if I haven't read you yet, feel free to put your name in the chat, guys. And if you did want a more of an in-depth reading, feel free to get on the list. You wanted a question answered. 1, 2. Here we go. 3. All right, what do we have? Ooh, I love this. You ready? I'll show it to you in a minute. This says, all paths lead home. Inner authority, intuition, trust your inner gaze. That's the first one. Isn't that beautiful? So this is a labyrinth. It's a symbol that I use sometimes, and many people do that on their spiritual path. And it's a circular physical walkway that a lot of spiritual places have, sacred sites, where you're reflecting on your, absolutely, Michelle, go ahead. If you go to the top of the chat, Michelle, you can use PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. You just let me know which one you chose. I'll confirm and then we'll go for it. I'd love to do that for you. So this is a lot to do with you going on that inner journey, my love, and really trusting, Amaya, that and honor what, the walk you're on currently on your path. Final card, Star Family. You're part of a team of souls. Call in support. So this is really saying, call on your guides, call on your ancestors, call on your loved ones in spirit, and know that you are not alone. And this is something I say over and over and over again in all of the spaces that I teach and all the things that I talk about, is that we need to take really advantage or connect more with the spirits that are here to help us. And in turn, we help them, remember. Okay. All right. Who is next? Now, I know Michelle was going to take a look and maybe get on the list, so we'll see how that goes for her. But if anybody else did too, just let me know which one you used. Once you do, I'll confirm it. But I love, thank you so much, Amaya. I appreciate you. So let's move this. So if you haven't gotten read yet and you would like a free Oracle card pull, just like what we just did, please let me know. Those are absolutely free for my subscribers. If you guys could just do me a favor, make sure for this video, you're giving a thumbs up. Maybe you're putting hearts, you're commenting already. That's amazing. And things of that nature. That would be so helpful to me in my channel as I'm building my channel. I absolutely would love I've said this and I say this almost every live stream. I would love to just be able to be completely on YouTube as my platform as far as social media. As far as my live streams, I prefer it. I like the energy better. And I am an energy person, right? So, I'm very thankful for I have a nice presence on TikTok, but the app and the interference of AI on that app when you are live streaming is extremely, misaligned with me. It's a gamified system now, and they have AI coming through your live streams and analyzing your content constantly. And I feel it energetically, and it's tough. And even though I know AI is part of everything we're doing right now, it's not the same level when you're on YouTube as quite as much. I mean, of course it's keeping people safe, which it should, but it's a totally different game over there. It is really intense. So, yeah. I'm happy to be on YouTube, and I'm really wanting all the support you guys can give me is so appreciated. And you know, I tend to not be someone who asks much from my followers, because I think you have the absolute right to make your choices where you spend your time, energy, and money. But if you feel alignment with me, the way you can support me is by supporting this channel. You know, and if you work with me, great. If you get readings from me, amazing. But supporting the channel is, especially if you're sort of like, I'm on a limited budget, supporting my channel. Yes. So Michelle, let me pin it again. Hang on, my love. I'm going to put it all in here. I'm going to grab it and pin it. Okay. There are all of these options. You can choose which one works best for you. Let me just do something really fast. Pardon me. Pardon me. Okay. So there's 3 different ways you can pay, Michelle. PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. You can choose. I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Okay, hang on. Let me go back. Here we go, honey. All right. So you have all of these options. And then I'll pin this as well so you guys can see. All right. So those are all the options to pay. So PayPal is at capital C, capital K, Kaas is my last name. And then I should have a little bit of a gap between, the Venmo, and then Cash App is CK Intuition, or Venmo is Carey _Kaas. So it's up to you. So is there are we talking about TikTok? I spaced out, but it's definitely like going to Vegas. It's absolutely like going to Las Vegas. Now, some of the creators I know, but not many of them, but not necessarily creators who are spiritual creators. There's a few of them. They enjoy that system. But most of the ones I know absolutely can't stand it. And the ones that are probably doing well right now, who are, taking advantage of that system, are using it. They like the system. They like the gaming of it. And that is just not the reason I started doing spiritual work, was that I have some AI interfering with me, myself, and my clients and the world. To me, it's so unhealthy. And I also feel like we're just being, people are just kind of going along with it. And I think we should be a little more concerned. You know what I mean? A little more concerned about possibly. Okay, I'm going to turn my head, guys. I have to blow my nose. I'm very sorry. So that's one of my main things, is that one of the reasons why I so much want to be able to move everything more over to YouTube, because first of all, I love being able to do long videos and sharing readings with you guys. So stay tuned. Next week, there's going to be a lot of videos. Okay, great. Let me check it out. So if you want, thank you, love. And did you go through Cash App, PayPal, or Venmo? Which one did you decide on? What was the best for you? And I'll double check with you. So, thank you so much, Michelle. I appreciate you. I'm excited to read for you. Okay. Okay. Let me just look through this really quick. Okay. Thanks for your patience, everybody. It's a one-woman show over here. I'm just looking for Michelle's payment, and then we're going to get started with her reading. So thank you guys for your patience. All right. Let me check Venmo. See if you got it there. I have a feeling it was Venmo. Let's take a peek. All right. All right. Let me know once you have it, Michelle, which one you used. And we'll make sure we got it through and that it's the right one. I don't see it yet coming through. It sometimes can take a moment, so we'll give it a second. So if you guys are new and you're joining and you're like, what is the goodness? Okay, great. So can you tell me, Michelle, which one you sent it on? PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo, and then I'll confirm it, confirm your payment, and we'll go forward. Thank you. Just let me know which one you sent it on, and then I'll check it for you because that's how I usually do it. Once we get you say you payment, I just check which one it was, and then we go from there. Thanks, you guys. All right. And then we'll get you all set. And if you guys are new subscribers, feel free to also put your name in the chat, and I will do a bit of a card pull for you, and as a thank you for being a subscriber. Okay, great. Let me take a peek. Perfect, Michelle. Those usually go through pretty quick. Let me just double check. Thank you. Okay. Cash App for Michelle. Okay, Michelle, I think it went through. Perfect. Let me just double check you. Okay, let's get it. Let's get it. Hang on. Give me just a second. I have to look. Takes a second to kind of get all these all sorted out. So thank you for your patience, my dear. I got you. Hooray. Thank you so much. So is your name, let me check your thing because I know you gave it to me. Thank you. Is your name Winia? Oh, amazing. You're amazing. I'm so excited to meet you. Okay, amazing. Thank you so much. I'm excited. So you wanted to do, let me know, is it Winia? I just want to make sure. I think that we're right in doing that. Just want to double check. Thank you. Thank you also, April, for bringing your friend here. I appreciate you. That means a lot to me. And then also, if you want to go ahead and let me know, what is your question? What's your topic? I think you're wanting to do an Akashic Records reading based upon this, but you let me know. You decide. Yes, amazing. Okay, I got that, Winia. Thank you. Now, do you have a what kind of reading would you like? I mean, do you have a question you want to ask? Did you want more of an Akashic Records reading? Do you want to look at a topic? What are you feeling? Yes, I saw that. That's what I was going to say. That gives you a that is more for an Akashic Records reading. So do you have a question? That's what I was going to say. Did you have a question related to that you want to focus on? Excuse me. Okay, perfect. You can go ahead and put it in. And I know you did an Akashic Record, so that's great. I'll dive in as soon as you give me your topic, and then we'll go into your Akashic Records and do that. It's perfect. That's perfect because the Akashic Records of reading are 38, and then the psychic question is 28. So perfect. And also, if anybody does want to get on to the list, please let me know. I'd love to do a reading for you, or if you would just like a card pull. Okay, Michelle, I got you. You got it, Michelle. So go ahead and you can let me know specifically what your topic is, and we'll go from there, Michelle. Okay, what's going to happen in my life? Okay, so a couple things. What we want to know is when we're doing, Michelle, an Akashic Records reading, a lot of the time, what you're getting is like a more of a spiritual perspective about things in your life. And it is typically related to how to empower yourself, how to grow, how to heal, and how to move forward in a way that's more in alignment. I just want to make sure. Okay, good. Perfect. I just want to make sure that's kind of the perspective. It doesn't tend to say this will happen then, this will happen then, this will happen then. It's more connecting you with what is for your highest good, Michelle, if that makes sense. All right. So let me go ahead and tap into your Akashic Records and then we'll see what you're getting. All right. I'll be right with you. So when I'm approaching this energy, okay, I'm so sorry. I got you. So here's what I'm feeling for you. As I'm approaching, and remember, this is from a spiritual bird's eye view perspective. So when I'm approaching your Akashic Records, essentially the Akashic Records are really the, it is where not really, I guess maybe the person I'm talking to. Okay. So this is more connected to like spiritual growth, spiritual development, life path direction. It's not so much like an everyday situation, if that makes sense. It's going to give you that higher vision of like your life moving forward. So I hope that makes sense and that's a good fit for you. I find that it's actually usually exactly what we need to hear in the moment. Okay, great. So that's a little bit different than that's more of a question, if that makes sense. So because this is an Akashic Records reading, I'll do this two ways just because I know you're new to my work. It's totally fine. I'm going to look at it from a higher perspective and then I'll bring a tarot in at the end to kind of just let you know what's going on specifically with this person. I think that'll make sense. I think that'll probably become clear to you as well. So April also kind of can help you with this, understanding how this process works. If you have a lot of questions, or feel free to ask me. So the main thing I'm really feeling when I'm in your Akashic Records, which is just essentially, it gives the energetic understanding of where you are right now from a soul perspective, but in your life, in your daily life. And it feels a lot to me like you've made your own needs very small, and that things have gotten down to like you're not having as much of clarity of like vision of what should I do going forward in my life, and that you're going more from what I like to say is a level that's more related to survival. And so because of that, it's very hard to get a deeper understanding of next steps. And so when you pull in the Akashic Records and you're bringing in your spiritual wisdom, the more time you spend like investing in yourself when it comes to like maybe doing like a little bit of a guided meditation each day, even for 10 or 20 minutes, starting to do things like journaling, opening up your energy, asking for signs, working on, your subconscious in some ways so that you can remove some of the obstacles and challenges mentally and emotionally that are limiting you from really being more open. When we are more open in our lives, we have energy that flows through to us that gives us guidance, wisdom, clarity, and a bigger life picture. And because your energy is going down to a small place, it's really bringing you into a misalignment. Now, just to let you quickly know, I have meditations on my channel, which are really good for these things I'm mentioning to you: energy clearing, as well as grounding, talking to your spirit guides. And you can expect a lot of that in 2026. That's coming too. So I just want to say, now is really a time movement forward for you to start learning to listen to yourself, your intuition, and also to be able to start taking charge of what happens in your life. I think that's the guidance that's really coming through. Starting to journal is important, is what I'm hearing from your spirit guides. And also in general, creating routines that are life affirming. So, maybe doing some affirmation work, maybe doing mindfulness work. If you have ways that you can create sacred in your daily life, that's maybe like lighting a candle, having quiet time. When you go out for walks, kind of just opening up your energy and letting things like grow. That's really what I'm feeling for you specifically, that I think would be a very helpful and move you into a place of depth and clarity in your life. Okay, Michelle. So I'm getting that sense very strongly. I'm going to move into now your energy with this new person. Okay. And what we can expect right now. What do you need to know? What's happening in it? And then your energy in the situation. Okay. So these aren't as much predictive based. What they're more about is helping you understand the dynamics in the energy and then the likely outcome of something being a certain way. So I'm going to go ahead and pull and start reading that. And then if you have another question, just let me know. Happy to do that. Okay, let's take a look here, Spirit, and let me know for Michelle what the energy is between her and this person. Just clear the energy on these. All right, here we go. What does she need to know? Where is her energy with this person? What's happening? Okay. All right. And then what is the likely outcome based upon where things are right now? Is there anything in the subconscious? And then what's the energy between them? Okay. All right. So right now, specifically, the energy of this relation or this connection is exactly kind of what feels like in your energy field. You pulled the 4 of Pentacles. So the Pentacles are an earth energy. And often when they're in a stage like this of the number 4, they're in a place of being stable, but also being stuck, right? Exactly. And so the connection at this point right now does not show that it's going to be growing, right? It doesn't show that it has expansion. It doesn't show that it's reflective of something that is going to develop and be nurtured over time. Now, on a subconscious level, which just means maybe something that you're hoping for, you want it to be able to grow. Ace of Pentacles, you have a sense of possibilities. You have a sense of maybe it'll work out. You have a sense of this is a shiny object. This is something new. Maybe there's potential here. I don't see that in this moment. Doesn't mean it won't change, but it was. And this is likely outcome of where things will go. I don't feel like this person's energy right now is very committed to this connection. When we're having the 7 of Cups, it means we're looking at other options, that we aren't necessarily focused, that we don't necessarily know what we want emotionally and with relationships. And we have a little bit of the, like I said, shiny object syndrome in this. Now, what I'm getting between the two of you as an outcome-based and bit of information is the Queen of Swords. So this is the energy of air, which is the energy of thought. This is the energy of clarity. This is the energy of self-awareness. This is Libra. This is Aquarius. This is Gemini. This means we're not attached to the thing of being in a messy connection. We are more drawn to clarity. Okay. So for me in this connection, I feel like there's a lot of entrapments, which are probably are going to lead you into a similar deficit place or a place of lack that you're now experiencing in the relationship you're currently in that partnership. So I would say take a step back, give yourself time, really invest in yourself, in your life, and ask guidance from spirit and your loved ones in spirit to help you make sense of things right now so you can have the most aligned, expansive experiences in your life in all these areas. When it comes to health, when it comes to relationship, when it comes to growth, when it comes to work, business, everything, that you just have a sense of expansion. Final card for this one. Yeah. So the energy here, 5 of Pentacles, is showing that you're at a place of deficit at this moment. which means that you do feel a little bit like you're away from your knowledge. You don't feel as like you're inside where you need to be to get the growth and the information you need to build the life you want. But this is temporary. This is a time of just transition. This is just a season for you. And so putting more investment into your time, into yourself, is always going to be something that's going to pay off. So I hope that makes sense. And I hope that helped you and gave you some kind of clarity. And of course, always trust yourself first is what I wanted to mention to you as well. Okay. So if any of you would like to receive a reading, if you haven't gotten one yet, please feel free to put a comment in the chat. And I am doing absolutely free Oracle card pulls for subscribers. And then if you wanted a more in-depth reading or a question, you can go right here to one of these options. I also have Venmo too. Oh, sorry, PayPal, Cash. Yeah, that's got everything there. And you can definitely get have a reading that has more information in it. But if you are new to me, and also if you guys could do me a favor in the chat, make sure you're giving a thumbs up and liking the chat. That helps me so much. I am newer to going live doing these readings, and I'm really hoping, I would love to be able to convert my live stream business completely to YouTube. And I love connecting with so many of you. And that's, like my ideal. So if that makes sense, and let me know. I hope that made sense, Michelle. I thank you for your trust. And if you have any more questions, let me know. And also while we're waiting, and if anyone does come in and would like, one of the, I would say, if you wanted an Oracle card pull, if you're one of my subscribers, thank you. I'm going to do a reading for the collective. You're welcome, Michelle. I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for trusting me. So, and if anyone does want a reading, let me know. Okay, so I'm going to do a reading for what do we need to know for this week, starting the first week of the year, right, in this live stream for the collective. If this resonates, amazing. So here we go. Look at this card that's coming in. The Fool card is here. Oh my God, what a beautiful start to the year. Notice that there's so much green here. And green is the color of the heart chakra. It is also the color of money and prosperity. And that is certainly true, I think, for a possibility for many of us this year. So getting in coordinates with that is a possibility. That's the first card coming out. What do we need to know? The next one, the King of Pentacles. I'm glad, Michelle. Thank you. The next one we have is the King of Pentacles, which is also very much, it complements the Fool. It really tells us that this is a time of transition into something of developing something that we want to build, we want to invest in. It could be certainly connected to finances, career, things like that, but also just things in Jennifer. Jennifer, if you do want a reading, just let me know. Thank you, Michelle. Thanks for being part of the community. And we're just doing a collective reading, but if you want a card pull, let me know, Jen. So one thing I want to say here is that I am feeling like, notice all the yellow in here. That's really drawing my attention. I feel like gold, yellow for me is a color of success. And it is also the color of a frequency, which all the colors are truly, but it is a color of a frequency. And this is one of the messages. Okay, wonderful. Got you, Jennifer. So one of the messages I'm really feeling for us as a collective, and this is just open to all of us at any time, is to be more in a touch with our higher self and the realm of spirit, so that we aren't feeling disconnected and separate from wealth. That's a part of it. From abundance, that's a part of it, but also just the clarity and the knowledge and the information that is needed in order for us to heal, grow, develop. And one thing that, looking at things like vibrational medicine, which can be done by using color and being able to transmute that energy. So I want you guys to think about this week, how can you use the color gold, the color yellow in your aura, in your energy field, even with what colors you're wearing, Also, maybe things in your home, right? Maybe doing some yellow around your home with decorations or flowers, things like that. That energy, bringing that energy of that vibration into your home feels right. All right, next card, Six of Cups. This could be, this is nostalgia related, but also this could be being in a time of connecting with loved ones and knowledge that comes around that. I'm also feeling something here for you guys is, I know, right? Also, I'm feeling something here for all of you as we're spending time with our loved ones is making sure to spend time with our inner child as well. Six of Cups often to me is the inner child. So if you feel a sense of imbalance or disruption, knowing that your inner child often is the one within you that's calling for attention, for healing. And it really is like taking a look back on, difficult points in your life and spending time with that in order to heal. That's what I'm getting for this week. Hang on, we're dropping cards. Next card out, Four of Swords. This came out earlier with someone's reading that looked so similar. That was on Oracle card reading, but it was absolutely similar. Four of Swords is also rest, recovery, mentally especially, and how important that is in order to be able to, it's moving out of our heads and not identifying so much with the mental plane. It's being able to have expansion so we can connect with all parts of ourselves. Love, spoiling the inner child. I know, right? Okay, next card out. Number 5, 10 of Wands. This is a good opposite card to what we were just talking about. 10 of Wands is the end of a cycle. It really means that we are at this point of, letting go of our burdens and emptying out the coffers, the things that we have done, maybe doing a year in review. What did we learn? What do we want to let go of? And what's our intention going forward into 2026? Final card here. We have the Two of Wands, the energy of Aries, right? This is the new energy of putting this effort and energy into the new year. What do we want to move towards? The energy of Fire. It has to do with passion, inspiration, being a guiding light. And then motivation, if you felt stuck in some areas, where do you want to expand to? Jumping off, moving forward. A lot of good energy for this week, you guys. Again, my energy reports, I think I might do I have to meditate on it to see what my guides want me to do, but I'll be putting it up on the channel in the next couple days. So look for that. Also, if you guys could be so kind, make sure you're liking, subscribing, commenting on this video, but also any of my videos is always really helpful to the channel. My first goal was accomplished, which was to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm delighted. Now I want to get to a certain amount of watch hours. And that means watching my readings, my videos that come up all the way through if you have the time, and then making sure to give it a thumbs up, make a comment, share it with others. It helps me so much. Again, my goal with this channel is to build it into a thriving community and being able to put most of my effort and attention online into this space as opposed to all the other platforms. Okay. All right. Now let's do Jennifer's reading. Jennifer, what are you feeling? Do you have a deck that you enjoy? We have all the Rebecca Campbells. Was supposed to say, woohoo. I know. Do you have a deck that you enjoy? Any of Rebecca Campbell's decks? We also have the Imbolc deck, which is coming up for early next year. I've been pulling that out. Everyday Witch, Oracle. We have the Inner Temple. We have the Inner Child. You let me know what you're interested in, and we will pull that for you. And if anyone's watching and they would like to get a reading, please let me know. If you're interested in that, we are doing free Oracle card pulls. And also we are doing, if you're interested, you can pay for a reading. We're either doing, pardon me. We're either doing PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. And the psychic reading for a topic is $28. And if you want to get more of an in-depth Akashic Records reading, it's $38. And all of the payments are listed above if you're interested in that. And thank you so much. I'm hoping to do these once a week, if not eventually maybe twice a week, and to sort of get things up and running. Whatever your favorite one is for the new year. Ooh, there's so many good ones. Let me see what they're telling me for you, Jen. Let's see what's going to be good. They're telling me something with pink. Okay, I'm going to do the Rose Oracle. I have so many favorites. It's hard to pick just one. It's hard to pick just one. All right, here we go. For Jen. All right, what does Jen need to know? What does Jen need to hear for the new year? Okay. Thank you for the hearts in the chat. Thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, everybody. All right, what do we have here for Jen? There's one coming out and then two coming out. Ooh, we have, the sun, joy, enjoyment, life force, success, vitality, play. Do you know that's so beautiful? Because we were just talking about the color yellow and doing like color vibrational medicine. And there we have it right here, a validation for you, Jennifer, which is incredible, right? Thinking about how much is offered there. That's really saying, focusing on these energies. Final card for you, healing the mother line. Okay. Healing ancestral work, mother line, growing up. There you have it. That's pretty powerful. And I like how these two are working together. Notice how these two are working together, right? Kind of overlapping in some ways. You can see that element here as well. That's so beautiful. Thank you for trusting me, Jen. And thank you for being along here on the journey. I know, I'm really excited for you. Thank you for being part of the journey, part of my membership, all the good things. I appreciate you. If you are new here and you are a subscriber, we are doing free Oracle card pulls. If you guys are interested, all you need to do is become a subscriber and then go ahead and just put your name in the chat and be sure to engage in the chat. Would love to see you here. If you don't know me, my name is Carey. I am a psychic medium. I know, I love it too. I'm a psychic medium and a spiritual mentor. And so I do a variety of things on my channel, one of which I do live streaming and readings, and both for personal, of course, spiritual, but then also collective readings as well. And then I'm also a teacher and educator. So I teach courses, coaching, and I also have a membership. So if you're interested in those things, feel free to stick around. Would love to get to know you guys. Let me know in the comments if this is making sense. And I'll give it a few more minutes, guys, since we've been on for almost an hour and a half now. It's been so much fun. And stay tuned because I have more readings I'm going to be putting out on the channel, probably by beginning of next week. We'll see how we go, maybe earlier. Okay, April, I have a question. How do you figure out what colors mean? Great, exactly. If I see orange and yellow, I have no idea what that means. Well, okay, so one thing is that there are universal, I think, energy identifiers, but then you can also see how it relates to you. So typically, you can probably look some of those up and then see the source to make sure you resonate with it. I, a lot of the time, take what I know about the chakra colors and what those mean because I think it relates in a great way. Okay. But also take it a little further because I also look at magic and how they bring in what colors mean. So red, it's definitely, when it's connected in with the first chakra, it's vitality, right? It's passion. And it's a grounding, it's a very physical energy color as well, but also it's definitely connecting with power. Orange is the color of creativity and I think playfulness, fun, right? And a lot of people use, I think in magic, they use the color orange, I think for creating things that they're wanting to manifest. I think that's a part of it as well. Yellow has to do with success. It has to do with power, right? We talked about that a little bit. Green is healing. I think it's also has to do with growth. And I also believe it's to do with finance, like money. And then we move up to blue. Blue is healing, but it's also communication, clarity. And then we have indigo, which is a bit of a deeper color that you see in the chakra system that I think also can be to do with the mystical and spiritual. And then violet is spiritual knowledge, divinity, things like that. It also has to do with transmutation because it's the last sort of color you can see with the naked eye. That's something else. Now there's probably other subcolors that are more non-primary colors that go into more thing that people think those combinations probably mean things. But in general, that's my understanding. Again, but that's just my understanding. You have to see other people might have other associations that are even as if they're connecting in with like spell work that might also kind of go into that a little further. So that's my understanding. Yes, indeed. All right, you dear ones, I'm going to go ahead and take off. I just want to say thank you again for everyone who came today. If you're coming and watching this later, thank you for checking in. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And again, thank you all for everything. I hope you have a very, very happy new year. We will see you in 2026. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.